how fun is this? You know what? The holidays are definitely upon us, and this is the Stories from the 78. Today's story coming to you from LISLE here at the Morton Arboretum. You have Illumination happening here. And we're going to be talking to John Featherstone. He is the creator of this and designer of the whole thing. He's done lighting work for major bands like Van Halen, Imagine Dragons, and among others. It's fantastic work he's done, and he brought his talents here to LISLE at Illumination, where you get to walk around about a mile loop here to see all of this immersive light experience happening. It takes you about 40 minutes to an hour, depending how fast you walk. There's hot chocolate, the whole thing. I'm going to talk to John about it for this story from the 78. All right, talk about blending the environment to this immersive experience. You have these wonderful light towers out here on the lake. This is Illumination, and John Featherstone is the creator, designer. This is your thing, John, right?
It is indeed, with the help of many of my friends.
Sure.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, I don't want to downplay that. Yeah, many people, because there's a lot of lights happening here. But these lights that you have here, specifically the ones behind you, they're tethered to what you said, climbing ropes, where they kind of respond to the environment, right?
Yes, everything we do here, and it's one of the unique things about Illumination, is in response to and supporting of nature. We want to treat trees and the natural environment as something more than just armatures to hold up twinkle lights, but make trees really the star of our show and have people come out here and see trees in a different light. So as part of our gestalt to make nature kind of the core of what we do, the display you see behind us in the lake, Radiant Reflections, is designed on responding to both wind and also the flow of water in the lake. So the towers move, they're slack tethered with climbing ropes, so as the rope stretches, as the wind or the waves push against them, they then pull back against that.
It's like on cue, John.
Absolutely,
you say wind and stretching, and here comes the wind.
It's like on a clapper. So everything responds to nature. So if you come to Illumination more than once, which of course we recommend, you're going to see a different show every time you come, because the weather's going to be doing something different.
And so how big is this for somebody who hasn't maybe only been to the Arboretum, in the summertime, thinking, I don't want to go out in the winter? Obviously, there's reasons to come out in the winter or the holiday season for sure. How big is this thing stretched throughout the space here?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the trail that we use for Illumination that loops around Meadow Lake behind me and through the rest of the Arboretum's grounds is a little over a mile. So it's a nice, brisk winter walking trail. A lot of it is through groves of trees, so you're protected from the wind. So we don't expect you to explore all of the Arboretum's 1,700 acres.
I mean, if you wanted to.
Absolutely, yeah, but we really capture about 50 acres within the guest view, but it's a mile or so long trail. Takes about 30 to 45 minutes to do if you're moving briskly. A lot of our guests prefer to meander a little bit and take their time and spend an hour or more here with us.
Yeah, and then the nice thing is it's really close to the visitor center, where you can kind of come in and get settled there, and then you come out and you walk and you have wonderful music playing. Was that all part of your design as well? The music, the lights, and just the use of the space that you have particularly picked out?
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted to make it as immersive and engaging as possible and activate all senses. In terms of the guest experience, you're absolutely right. You can start at the visitor center. There's 2 warming tents along the way where you can get hot chocolate and some snacks and treats just to break up your journey. But in terms of including music, we try to activate as many senses as we can as experienced designers. So obviously the visual with the lights for the show, but also sound as well as touch and other interactive opportunities. There's a couple of interactive stations where guests of all ages can get to play with the lights and sort of embrace their inner child a little bit. But music's really important because it's so fundamental for so many of us, for our memories of the holiday season. But what Illumination is not a Christmas show, it's a holiday show. So we've drawn from all different genres, all different cultures, to try and recognize what the holiday means to everybody, not just one particular version of the holidays.
Yeah, it's such a wonderful thing to just be in here as it starts to get dark out and the lights are coming to life here behind you. It almost feels like you're at an event. And I know it's an event, but like a live event, because the lights are bouncing off every which way. You see them in the background out of the corner of your eye. It gets this really fun atmosphere that you have going on here for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of my roots as well. My background is as a concert lighting designer for bands from Oh, in excess to Van Halen, to Imagine Dragons, to Hans Zimmer, to all kinds of people.
So just the small up-and-coming bands.
Small bands, yeah, just getting started. So we lean on all those techniques. So what all of those artists want to do is create a unique experience. We call it an emotional souvenir that you give to the guest or the visitor. So that's the same thing with Illumination. All of the techniques that we lean into are richly and deeply theatrical because we want to take the guest on a journey. So it really is a show. You're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head perfectly there with what we try to do.
And how long do people have to come out here and take a look at this before it retires for the season?
Okay, so we're open until January the 5th. So they can come out anytime they wish, tickets notwithstanding, and they're available at mortonarboretum.org, where they can come and pick an evening where they want to select to come and have an adventure out here amongst the woods and the lights.
Fantastic, John. You made this super easy. It's like you've done this before a couple times.
Yeah,
right?
once or twice, yeah.
Thank you again, and you said, what was the website one more time?
mortonarboretum.org.
Fantastic. Well, happy holidays to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Happy holidays to you and all your viewers, too.
All right, you heard the story here from John. TomBarnashChicago@gmail.com. If you have a story from the 78 suggestion, or head over to the website, storiesfromthe78.com. Come out here, check this out. It's a lot of fun. We make it a whole family thing all the way through January 5th at the Morton Arboretum here in Lisle. Look, take one last look.